Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So today's lesson, as you can see, it's about writing a personal letter giving advice. Okay, so first of all, let's read these three examples of letters. These are three letters written by Paul, Brian and Sam. These three people have written these three letters asking for advice. Each one of them has a problem, and he's writing to Abby. This is a doctor working for a magazine, and the three of them are asking for advice. Let's take one example. Let's, for example, read this letter written by Sam. So let's read it, find out what is his problem, why does he has this problem, and how does he feel about this problem. Okay, as always, you can pause the video, do the exercise. Once you finish, get back to the video for the correction. Okay, so as you can see from the letter, Sam says, "Dear Abby, I want to lose weight. Right now I weigh 90 kilos. My problem is that I never have meals at home. I always eat between meals and I like junk food. I really feel terrible. What can I do?" Sam. So as you can see, his problem is that he's fat, he's obese, he weighs 90 kilos, as he mentioned in the letter. For the causes. So, he doesn't eat at home, no homemade food. He eats between meals, he eats a lot, and he eats junk food and street food. So, for the consequences or the effects, he feels terrible, he feels bad, and he is unhappy about this. That's why he is writing asking for help. So, to respond to Sam, to write a reply to Sam, we need some ideas and some expressions that we should use to give him advice. For ideas, these are some ideas. So for example, he needs to organize his time, eat at home so that he can have some time to eat at home, practice some kind of sport on a regular basis, and avoid snacks, eat balanced food, proteins, vitamins, a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables, see a dietitian, maybe a doctor, etc., etc. Now for expressions you can use to give him advice, you can use this expression: "I think you should do this and that. Why don't you," right? Kind of suggestion and advice. "I advise you to," "you'd better do this and that," "it's advisable to," "if I were you, I would do this and that," etc. So now let's look at the form. So here is, generally speaking, a personal letter has this form. It has greeting, introduction, the body, conclusion, and the ending. So you can start with date, no need to write addresses. Can start with hi, hello, greetings. Then for the introduction, we usually start with thanking the person for the last letter. "Thank you so much for your last letter." Then we show how we describe our feeling and reaction about that. "I was very excited to read it. I was very happy to get a response for you," etc. And we finish the introduction with a purpose. Why are we writing this letter? Example, "I'm writing this letter to give you some pieces of advice or to help you with your problem." Now for the body, for the paragraph, since this person is having a problem, better start with sympathizing with this person and trying to calm him down. "First of all, don't worry about this. It's not a big deal. It's not a big problem. It's okay." So we try to calm down the person. And then tell him that you have, or her, that you have some help. "I have some pieces of advice for you. First of all, this is my first advice for you. For example, besides, this is my second advice. I mean," better explain what you mean. Your friend may not understand what you really mean by your advice. Then explain why this is important. So this is important because, and then try to convince him that this is the best thing to do. Moreover, you should do this and that, for instance, for example, and then I believe this is important for you because, and try to explain why this is important. And the last advice, finally, I advise you to do this and that because, etc. So these are some examples of expressions you can use. For the conclusion, we usually finish a personal letter with hopes for the future. I hope you will get better. I hope these pieces of advice will help you. I hope I answered your question, etc., etc. And then finish with a request. Please write and tell me if these worked for you. Please write and tell me how you feel. So kind of another request so that you continue your correspondence. Finish with the ending with wishes. Usually we finish something like, I wish you all the best, say hello to your family, take care, so long, keep in touch. One of these expressions. And then you write your name here. Now, time for practice. I would like you to go back to the 3 examples we have seen. Choose one of them, read it carefully, understand the problem, prepare some ideas, and then respond to one of these, giving them advice. So do your homework and send it to me on Teams platform or on WhatsApp group or in private. Okay, as always, remember to stay home and stay safe. Thank you for your attention.